Hello students, welcome to AKR chemistry classes. Today I am going to take atomic structure part, very important with regarding to objective part, SEET, NEET, JEE as well as advanced. In CET, definitely one question arises from atomic structure which carries 1 marks. In NEET, definitely one question arises from atomic structure which carries 4 marks. Now the question is, an oil drop has 6.39 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs of charge. Find out the number of electrons present in this charge. We know that 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs of charge contains only one electron. This charge contains only one electron. Then 6.39 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs of charge possesses how many number of electrons? So 6.39, I will write it as 6.4 into 10 to the power of minus 19 divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. So 6 fours are therefore 4 electrons. So the given charge contains 4 electrons. Now the second question, what is the maximum number of electrons present in an atom having the quantum number, principal quantum number 4 and magnetic quantum number is plus 1. We need to find the number of electrons in the principal quantum number 4 with magnetic quantum number plus 1. If n is equal to 4, what are the possible values of L? L is equal to 0, 1, 2 and 3. L is equal to 0 means 0. This one minus 1, 0, plus 1. In this case minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2. Minus 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, comma, plus 2, comma, plus 3. So with magnetic quantum number plus 1, 1, here it is 1 and here it is 1. So each orbital contains 2 electrons. Here it is contains 2 electrons. This orbital contains this 2 electrons and this orbital contains 2 electrons. Therefore, total number of electrons present with quantum number n is equal to 4 and m is equal to plus 1 is 6. Now the question is, find out the number of waves made by Bohr electron in one complete revolution. If an electron done one complete revolution around an atom, we need to find out how many number of waves are possible. The condition is the n value is in third orbit, means the electron revolving around the nucleus in third orbit. In this case, we need to find out the number of waves. We know that number of waves is equal to circumference of circle, circumference of the circle, or the circle is nothing but orbit, by wavelength. Circumference of the circle is 2 pi r by lambda. Since we know that wavelength is always equal to h divided by mv, h divided by mv, substitute here, you get that is equal to 2 pi r divided by h into m into v. So I will bring this one here. So I will talk like this. MVR. What is meant by MVR? Azimuthal angular quantum number. Azimuthal quantum number or angular quantum number is always equal to NH divided by 2 pi. Only those, according to Bohr's atomic model, only those orbits are possible around the nucleus whose angular momentum value should be equal to NH divided by 2 pi. Here n is equal to 3 because in third orbit. Therefore, number of waves is equal to 2 pi by h into 3h divided by 2 pi. 2 pi, 2 pi, h and h get cancelled, so we get 3. So the number of waves will be 3. Coming to next question. The ionization energy of helium, they are given 19.6 into 10 to the power of minus 18 joules per atom. What will be the energy of first stationary state of lithium ion will be? We know that here I will write ionization energy of any element is always equal to 19.6 into z square by n square joules per atom. This is the major equation. For helium, first I'll write ionization energy of helium He plus is equal to 19.6 into what is the Z value for helium 2 square, that is 4. First energy state N, or I will write it as N1 square, or I can start here. I will write it as Z square by N square. For helium He plus ion, Z is always equal to 2 and N is always equal to 1. Z is always equal to 2 and N is always equal to 1. Okay. So how we can write, therefore it becomes 19.6 into Z square by N square. Z square becomes how much? 4. 4 divided by 1 becomes 4 only. Similarly, ionization energy for lithium Li plus, 2 plus is equal to 19.6 into Z square. For lithium ion, Z is equal to 3 and N value is again equal to 1 only. Z value equal to 3, therefore 9. So this is considered as equation 1 and this is considered as equation 2. So equation 1 divided by equation 2. They are given the ionization energy of helium. How much this is? 19.6 into 10 to the power of minus 18 joules per atom divided by ionization energy of Li2 plus is equal to 4 by 9. On solving this, you will get this value. Next, if the ionization potential of Li2 plus ion is 122.4 electron volt, they are given. How to calculate? Ionization potential of any element Li2 plus is always equal to 13.6 into Z square by N square electron volt. For lithium ion Li2 plus ion, Z is always equal to 3 and N is always equal to 1. So this becomes 13.6 into 3 3s are 9, that is equal to 122.4 electron volt. So we know for this one, like this they are given, means when Li plus is get converted into Li2 plus, loss of electron, here electron is 1s1, here it becomes 1s0. So like that only find out the 6th ionization potential of carbon. 5th means carbon 5, because I need to get again 1s1 here, 1s1 5 plus get converted into carbon 6 plus, 6th ionization potential with loss of 1 electron. So here again N value is equal to 1. Therefore ionization potential of carbon is equal to 13.6 into carbon means 6 square divided by 1 square. Carbon atomic number is 6, 6 is 36, therefore we get 489.6 electron volt. We need to find out how many number of times this energy get increases to remove the 1 electron from the 1s orbital. So very simple, 489.6 divided by 122.4 becomes almost equal to 4. Therefore the answer will be ionization potential of C6 plus ion is equal to 122.4 into 4 electron volt. Please note it down. Please note it down. Next, what is the momentum of radiation of wavelength 1 by 3 nanometer having the Planck's constant value? We know that lambda is equal to h divided by mv. Mass into velocity is nothing but momentum of an electron. Therefore, it can be written as P is equal to h by lambda. What is the h value? They given 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joules second. 1 joule is always equal to kg meter square per second square. So divided by lambda value 1 by 3 means 0.33 again. 1 divided by 3 means 0.33 into 10 to the power of minus 9 meter into 10 to the power of minus 9 meter, or can also written as 3.3 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. So we will write like this: 3.3 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter, that is equal to, final one is 6.6 into 10 to the power of minus 34 kg meter square per second square into second, whole divided by 3.3 into 10 to the power of minus 10. 3 2s are 6, therefore we can write it as 2 into 10 to the power of minus 24. Here it will be meter square, gone, we get kg meter per second. So option C is the right answer. Okay, next question. Which transition of hydrogen spectrum would have the same wavelength of Balmer transition? Which transition of hydrogen spectrum would have the same wavelength as that Balmer transition for helium? Means we need to find out the transition between hydrogen should be equal to helium spectrum. The transition of hydrogen spectrum should be equal to helium spectrum. So if I solve the problem with respect to this, first Balmer series they given Balmer series. In case of Balmer series, for helium, for He plus ion, N1 is equal to 2 and N2 is equal to 4. They given here, only they given N2 is equal to 4. And for hydrogen spectrum, N1 is equal to X and N2 is equal to Y. I need to find out the values of X and Y. So for helium, He plus ion, if I calculate, mu bar is equal to RH into 1 by N1 square, that is 4, minus 1 by N2 square, that is 16. It becomes 16 minus 4, 12 by, so what you will get finally 4. So I forgot to write into Z square also, sorry. So for helium it is 4 square, therefore we get mu bar is always equal to 3R by 4. On solving you get this one. Okay na? Or we can also write it as, since mu bar is equal to 1 by lambda, that is equal to 3R by 4. Mu bar is equal to 1 by lambda. Or I can also write this one as lambda is equal to 4 by 3R. 4 by 3R. This is secondary for me, but this is the main. For hydrogen spectrum, mu bar is equal to RH into Z square, means 1 square divided by 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. This value I have been already calculated. What is that? 3R by 4. Therefore 3RH by 4 is equal to, RH into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. RH get cancel, so we get 3 by 4 is equal to 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. To find the values of N1 and N2, we will use heat and trial method. Consider if N1 is equal to 1 and N2 is equal to 2. So substitute this one into this equation, we get 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 2 square, that is 4. So 4 minus 1, 3 by 4. So this is the right answer. So N1 value should be equal to 1 and N2 value should be equal to 2. So option A is the right answer. Now go through the question. Arrange the orbitals of hydrogen atom in the increasing order of their energies. We will use here N plus L rule. 3px, 3, p orbital means 1, that is equal to 4. Then 2s, 2 plus 0, that is equal to 2. How? If L is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, S, P, D, F, based on that. Now 4 dxy. 4 plus d means 2, that is equal to 6. Next coming to 3s. 3 plus 0, that is equal to 3. 4pz. 4 plus 1, that is equal to 5. 3py. 3 plus 1, that is equal to 4. 4s. 4 plus 0, that is equal to 4. Arrange the orbitals of hydrogen atom in the increasing order. Increasing means lower energy level to higher energy level, which possesses lower n plus L value 2s. So 2s possesses lower energy value. After 2 we got 3s. Then after that we got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Total 3 orbitals having the n plus value same. Then which one possesses lower energy means the value of n. The low in case of if two orbitals possess same n plus L value, then by using the value of n I can identify which is lower orbital and higher orbital. Lower n value and I will use as higher n value. Lower n value means this is a higher n value means high energy, lower n value means low energy. So out of this one 4s, 3p and 3px, 3 is the principal quantum number, therefore 3px is equal to 3py, which is greater than, which is less, 4s energy orbital is greater than 3py. Then 5, 4pz, and final one is 4dxy. Please note it down. The option is D. Students, read the question properly before you get the answer. It is known that atom contains protons, neutrons and electrons. So if the mass of the neutron is assumed to be half of its original value, means first initially the mass of neutron is represented as Mn and mass of electron is represented as Me, and finally what happens, the mass of neutron is assumed to be half of its original value, Mn by 2, whereas that of electron is assumed to be twice 2me, it becomes twice than original. Then what happens to the atomic mass will be whether it becomes twice, 75% less, 25% more, or one of its original volume we should have to calculate. Since number of neutrons in this component C612 is equal to 12 minus 6, that is equal to 6 are there. The atomic mass, first I will calculate the initial atomic mass. The initial atomic mass is always equal to number of neutrons plus number of electrons, that is equal to how much? 6 plus 6 is equal to 12 AMU. Now the final atomic mass is equal to, this one becomes 6 divided by 2 and it becomes twice, that is equal to 15 AMU. Therefore percentage, as soon as what in the final state we observed, the atomic mass get increases compared to initially, therefore percentage of increase in atomic mass is equal to 15 minus 12 divided by 12 into 100, that is equal to how much? 25% more increase. Question is very simple. The shortest wavelength of hydrogen spectrum is shortest wavelength. In case of shortest wavelength, n1 value is equal to 1 and n2 value is equal to always infinity. Therefore we know that 1 by lambda into is equal to RH into z square into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. For hydrogen atom it is 1, therefore 1 by lambda is equal to 109,678 into 1 per centimeter, or lambda is equal to 1 divided by 109678, it becomes 911.7 angstrom. They given a question like this. This is a metal plate. On this metal plate, photoelectric emission takes place when two radiations having different frequency. This is mu1 and this is mu2, and condition is mu1 is greater than mu2. Now the electron get ejected along with kinetic energy 1, and here also the electron get ejected with kinetic energy 2. We need to find out if the ratio of both the kinetic energy is 1:k, then what is the threshold frequency? What is the threshold frequency? So we know that from photoelectric effect, h nu is always equal to h nu 1 is equal to h nu naught plus kinetic energy 1. H nu 2 is equal to h nu naught plus kinetic energy 2. So equation 1 divided by equation 2 becomes kinetic energy 1 divided by kinetic energy 2 is equal to h nu minus h nu naught divided by h nu 2 minus h nu naught, or it is 1 by k is equal to, because the ratio they are given as 1 by k, is equal to h becomes common factor h nu naught minus nu 1 minus nu naught, nu 2 minus nu naught. On simplification we get k is equal to nu 1 minus nu naught is equal to nu 2 minus nu naught, or I can also write it as here k into nu 1 minus nu 2 is equal to k into nu naught minus nu, or k into nu 1 minus nu 2 is equal to nu naught into k minus 1. I need to find out the threshold frequency, therefore nu naught is equal to k into nu 1 minus nu 2 divided by k minus 1. Hence this is the right answer. Now the question is the ratio of energy of electron in ground state of hydrogen to the electron in the first excited state of helium. Read the question properly before you solve. So we know that energy factor. What is the equation? Energy factor is always equal to, they given minus 13.6 into z square by n square electron volt per atom. So energy of hydrogen in the first excited state divided by, we should have to find energy of helium in the first excited state. We need to find out the ratio is always equal to minus 13.6 into z by z square by n square for hydrogen divided by minus 13.6 into z square by n square for helium. These two get cancelled. So finally we have to get z square of hydrogen by z square of helium into n square of helium by n square of hydrogen. What is the value of hydrogen? 1 divided by 2 square means 4 into, in the first excited state of helium means n is equal to 2, therefore it is 4 divided by 1, therefore ratio is 1:1. The energy difference between two electronic state is 14.6 kilocalories per mole. They are given delta E. Delta E is 46.12 kilocalories per mole. What will be the frequency of light emitted? You need to calculate the frequency. When an electron drops from higher energy level to lower energy, they are given H. You need to calculate nu. Nu, H and delta E. What is the equation we got? Delta E is equal to H nu. Or I can also write it as delta E is equal to Hc by lambda. Okay, since they are given delta E, they are given delta H, and they ask you to calculate, therefore nu is equal to delta E divided by H. This is the equation we need to get to solve this problem. So therefore nu is equal to, what is delta E? They given 14, sorry, not 14, 46.12 kilocalorie per mole divided by 9.52 into 10 to the power of minus 14 kilocalorie second per mole. Except second, remaining units are get cancelled, and you will get what value? 4.48 into 10 to the power of minus 14 per second. So there is no option. So if I consider this is minus 14, then this is the right option. If the kinetic energy of electron is increased by 4 times, what happens to the wavelength of associated with the de Broglie wave equation? Lambda is equal to h divided by root of 2me. This is the relationship between wavelength and kinetic energy of an electron with respect to de Broglie equation. E is equal to 4e, 4 times get increases, therefore lambda is equal to h divided by root of 2m into 4e, which can also written as h divided by 2 into, correct, no, 2 into root of 2 me. This whole factor is nothing but lambda, that is equal to lambda by 2, nothing but 1 by 2. Velocity is inversely proportional to the number of orbit. This I know. The velocity of an electron in the Bohr's orbit of hydrogen atom is x. What is the velocity in the third orbit? Means the relation is velocity with respect to orbit. So according to Bohr's theory, this is the relation. Velocity is inversely proportional to the orbit of an electron. Therefore, v1 by v2 is equal to n2 by n1. v1, velocity of an electron in hydrogen atom, they given x by v2 is equal to n2 is third orbit, 3 by 1. Therefore, what is the value of v2? v2 is equal to x by 3. The radius of hydrogen atom in its ground state is, radius in ground state they given 5.3 into 10 to the power of minus 11 meter. After collision, the electron is found to have the radius this much. So radius in the final state is 21.2 into 10 to the power of minus 11 meter. What is the principal quantum number? You need to calculate what is the value of n. We know that radius of any electron in the ground state is always equal to radius of electron, nth electron, into n square by z. This is a final state is equal to ground state into n square by z. This is 21.2 into 10 to the power of minus 11 meter is equal to 5.3 into 10 to the power of minus 11 into n square by 1 square. 5 fours are 20 and these two get cancelled. Therefore, n square is equal to 4 or n is equal to 2. So the principal quantum number of the final state of atom is 2. Now calculate the number of electrons having magnetic quantum number is equal to 0 in chromium atom. We should have to calculate total number of electrons present in M is equal to 0 value in chromium atom. Atomic number of chromium is 24. If I write the electronic configuration, it is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3b6, 3d5, 4s1. Here we got 0. Here we also got 0. 2s means 0. 2p means minus 1, 0, plus 1. In this case also minus 1, 0, plus 1. In this case minus 2, minus 1, 0. Sorry. In this case also finally we get 0. 3p6 also we get 0. Minus 0, sorry, minus 1. Minus 1, 0, plus 1. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orbitals. Therefore 5 orbitals are there. Each orbital get accommodated by 2 electrons. Therefore here in this case we got total 10 electrons. Now coming to 3d5. D orbital is get exactly half filled electronic configuration in case of chromium. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, now minus 2 minus 1 0 plus 1 plus 2. Here only one electron is available, and here in this case also only one electron is available. So 10 plus 2, that is equal to 12 electrons are there for chromium atom in case of this orbital. Which of the following subshell can accommodate as many as 10 electrons? 2d, not at all possible. 2d orbital never exists with respect to n plus L rule. Coming to 3d. So how to find number of orbitals is always equal to, we know that number of orbitals is always equal to 2l plus 1. L is equal to 0 1 2 3 S P D F. So that is equal to 2 into 2 plus 1, that is equal to 5 orbitals, and we know that each orbital can accommodate 2 electrons. Therefore number of electrons present in 3d orbital is equal to 5 into 2, that is equal to 10 electrons. So next question is linked with isoelectronic. Ions which having different charges but which having different atomic numbers. Ions of different elements having different charges with the different atomic numbers but having same number of electrons. Isoelectronic means electrons should be same in different ions. Such ions are called as isoelectronic ions. Sodium is get converted into Na plus by the loss of one electron. So what is the atomic number? 11. Here it becomes 10. So here it is 11 electrons, here it will be 10 electrons. In case of lithium, not possible because atomic number is 3. Magnesium 12, we can check it out. Mg get converted into Mg plus 2 with the loss of 2 electrons. So here it is 12, it becomes 10. Okay, this is the right answer. Next question. The ratio of frequency corresponding to the third line of Lyman series. Therefore, n1 is equal to 1. Then third line means n2 is equal to 4, because after the first line 1, 2, 3, this is the third line. So this is the third line means if n1 is equal to 1, it is 2, it is 3, and it is 4. Lyman series of hydrogen atomic spectra to that of first line in Balmer series of lithium Li2 plus spectrum is how much? The question is very simple. So for Lyman series, corresponding to hydrogen, for hydrogen spectrum, in case of Lyman series, 1 by lambda is equal to RH into z square. Z square means 1 square into 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 4 square. Therefore this value becomes equal to 15 RH by 16. Since we know that C is equal to nu lambda, or 1 by lambda is equal to nu by C. Therefore this 1 by lambda can be written as nu by C is equal to 15 RH by 16, or I can also written as nu is equal to 15 RH into C divided by 16. For lithium spectrum, now I need to find out for lithium spectrum, that to Balmer series, 1 by lambda. Balmer series means n1 is equal to 2 and n2 is equal to 3. First line means n1 is equal to 2 only. 1 by lambda is equal to RH into 3 3s are 9, 1 divided by 2 square means 4, 1 divided by 3 square means 9. That is equal to how much we will get? 9, or we will get finally 9 RH into 5 by 9 4s are 36. You will get 4s are. Therefore this can be written as mu is equal to 5 by 4 into RH into C. So this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now finally equation 1 divided by equation 2, that is frequency of hydrogen by frequency of lithium, is equal to 15 RHC divided by 16 whole divided by 5 RHC divided by 4. RHC get cancelled. 5 3s are 15, 4 4s are 16, that is 3 by 4. So we got the answer. Next question. How many spherical nodes are present in 4s orbital of hydrogen atom? We know that number of spherical nodes is always equal to, how you going to calculate? By using this equation, n minus l minus 1. If l is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, S, P, D, F. Here n value, according to this, n value is equal to 4. According to this, n value is equal to 4 and L is equal to 0. Therefore, substitute here. Therefore, 4 minus 0 minus 1, that is equal to 3. Question is very simple now. Solve it. Ionization potential of hydrogen atom is equal to 13.6 electron volt. What is the energy required? What is the energy required for the process of He plus ion to He2 plus? So here ionization potential is always equal to 13.6 into Z square by N square. N square electron volt for any atom. For helium, Z is always equal to how much? 2 and n 1s1 it is. So what is the value of n? N is equal to 1. Therefore ionization potential is equal to 13.6 into Z square, 4 electron volt. If the value of n plus 1 is not greater than 3, then maximum number of electrons in all orbitals would be. How you want to calculate? So n plus l value, according to using n plus l, 1s orbital, n plus l, if I use 1 plus 0, 1, so it contains 2 electrons like this. Next to 2s orbital, 2 plus 0, that is equal to 2. It should not cross 3, that you should have to keep in mind. 2 plus 0, 2. So again 2 electrons. Okay, next to 1s, 2s, 2p. 2 plus 1, 3. Again 1 orbital. Again 1 orbital, 2p orbital. Can accommodate how many? 6 electrons. P orbital can accommodate 6 electrons. 2p. Next coming to 3s. 3 plus 0, that is equal to 3. So s orbital can accommodate only again 2 electrons. 3p. 3 plus 1 is equal to 4, which is not possible because it should be not greater than 3. Therefore total number of electrons, 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 6, 10, 10 plus 2, 12 electrons we can accommodate. So option A is the right answer. It is not possible to explain the Pauli's exclusion principle with the help of this atom. Pairing of electron does not take place in the subshells of equal energies until all the orbital get occupied by single electron. Boron, atomic number 5. So 1s orbital is there, 2s orbital is there, then 2p orbital is there. So with respect to boron, if I use boron 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, means Pauli's exclusion principle is actionable. Beryllium, for beryllium 1s2 2s2, for carbon 1s2 2s2 2p2, like this we should have to write. 1 minute. Okay ra? Carbon 6 electrons 1s2 2s2 2p2. So here also Pauli's pressurization, so it is not applicable for hydrogen atom. Now the question is, uncertainty in position and momentum are equal. Delta x into delta p is equal to h divided by 4 pi. Uncertainty, since delta x is equal to delta p, and we know that delta p is always equal to m into delta v, because I need to find out uncertainty in velocity. This is uncertainty into velocity. Therefore m into delta v into m into delta v, that is equal to h divided by 4 pi, because delta x is equal to delta, or delta v whole square is equal to h divided by 4 pi m square, or delta v is equal to root of h divided by 4 pi m square, or it can also written as delta v, that is uncertainty in velocity, is equal to 1 by 2m into root of h divided by pi. So 1 by 2m into, so D is the right option. According to Bohr's theory, the angular momentum of an electron in the fifth orbit. What is the angular momentum? We know that, I taught, mvr is equal to nh divided by 2 pi. N indicates fifth orbit. Therefore, phi h divided by 2 pi, or it can also written as 2.5 h divided by pi. Next question. What is the de Broglie wavelength associated with hydrogen electrons in third orbit? N is equal to 3. Solve it. We know that lambda is equal to h divided by mv. We need to find out the de Broglie wavelength associated with hydrogen electron is in third orbit. V is nothing but velocity of electron. Velocity of electron is 2.188 into 10 to the power of 6, 10 to the power of 6 z by n meter per second. We know, substitute all the values into this. Therefore lambda is equal to, what is the h? 6.6 into 10 to the power of minus 34 kg meter square per second square into second by, what is the mass of hydrogen? The mass of hydrogen is always equal to 2 into number of protons. Mass of hydrogen is 2 into number of protons. What is the mass of proton? We should have to know. 1 minute, 1 minute. What? Sorry. They given hydrogen electron. Okay. Electron they given, therefore mass of electron is 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. 31 kg into velocity is 2.188 into 10 to the power of 6. We get, and 1 z value is 1 and n value is 3. So by solving this we get 9.96 into 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter. If the velocity of hydrogen molecule is 5 into 10 to the power of 4 centimeter per second, then calculate the de Broglie wavelength. Hydrogen molecule they have given. Okay, lambda is equal to h divided by mv. So velocity, mass, first we will find, we know that h value. What is the value of h? We should have to give in Armstrong means. I will take h value. H is equal to 6.6 into 10 to the power of minus 34 kg meter square seconds per square. Okay ra? And mass of hydrogen I should have to take 2 into mass of proton, that is 2 into, what is the mass of proton? We got 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. And velocity they given, velocity v is equal to 5 into 10 to the power of 4 centimeter per second. I need to convert into meter. Therefore 5 into 10 to the power of plus 2 meter per second. Substitute the data into this equation, we get lambda is equal to how much, everything you need to submit. If you submit like this, 6.6 into 10 to the power of minus 34 divided by 2 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 27 into 5 into 10 to the power of plus 2, we get lambda is equal to 4 Armstrong. You'll get lambda is equal to 4 Armstrong. How? Solve it. Lambda is equal to 6.6 into 10 to the power of minus 34. If you multiply 2 into 1.6 into 5, 5 2s are 10, 10 into 1.6 is 16, 16 into 10 to the power of minus 25 you'll get. This one can also written as 66, nearly 66 into 10 to the power of minus 35 divided by 16 into 10 to the power of minus 25. Therefore almost equal to 4.1 you'll get into 10 to the power of minus 10. Therefore this 4.10 into 10 is written as 4 Armstrong. Calculate the de Broglie wavelength of an electron which traveling with a speed at 1% speed of light. What is the speed of light? C is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second into 1% means 1 divided by 100. That is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 6. It becomes 3 into 10 to the power of 6 meter per second. Now I need to calculate the wavelength. Therefore lambda is equal to h divided by mc. That is equal to h is 6.6 into 10 to the power of minus 34 kg meter square second square, okay, divided by mass of electron is how much? 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg into 3 into 10 to the power of 6 meter per second, second meter, kg gone. So wavelength lambda is equal to how much? Into second will be there, one more second will be there, this one completely gone. So lambda will be how much? 2.42 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. The correct set of quantum numbers with the valence electrons for rubidium is Z is equal to 37. So 37 means krypton. If I take krypton 36, krypton after next krypton, which is the element we are getting, that is 5s1. So with respect to this, which is the element? Rubidium. Krypton after next krypton, rubidium. So electronic configuration is krypton 5s1. Therefore n is equal to 5, l is equal to 0, m is equal to 0, and s is equal to plus half. So find out the answer A. An element whose diatomic molecule with a triple bond, it should be a diatomic and triple bond. So this is the right configuration, because for nitrogen if you take, it is 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz1. So nitrogen exists as a so triple bond, it is a diatomic molecule with a triple bond. The 4 quantum numbers of the valential electron for the last electron or the last electron of sodium is sodium, atomic number, neon 10 and 3s1. Therefore n is equal to 3, l is equal to 0, m is equal to 0 and s is equal to plus 1 by 2. Check it out. Which is the right one? C is the right one. Now read out the question properly before you solve the problem. The minimum energy required to overcome the attractive force of electron and the surface of silver metal is 7.52 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. They given threshold energy. This is the threshold energy, 7.52 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. They given threshold energy. what will be the maximum kinetic energy of electron ejected out from silver metal which is being exposed to the light of wavelength 316? Threshold frequency, normal frequency, we need to find out the kinetic energy. So for this we got an equation, h nu is equal to h nu naught plus kinetic energy. So h nu nothing but hc by lambda is equal to work function h nu naught plus kinetic energy. This is h nu naught, completely they given, therefore there is no need to find. Therefore we need to find out hc by lambda is equal to, it means 6.6 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second into what is the, sorry, this is c, what is the speed of light? We know that 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second divided by wavelength, they given 360, convert into meter, 360 into 10 to the power of plus 8 meter. Now solve the problem. So what is the value you are getting? We will get almost it is equal to 7.52 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. So this is value I got. How much? 7.52 into 10 to the power of minus 19 is equal to h nu naught is how much they given? Check it out. Sorry, I done a mistake. This value is not this much. I have written the upper one only. Sorry. So this value becomes almost equal to 0.055 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules we get. So I will write now. Therefore 0.055 into 10 to the power of minus 19 is equal to h nu naught they given 7.52 into 10 to the power of minus 19 plus kinetic energy, which I need to calculate. Therefore kinetic energy is equal to this one is 18, and here I'll write it as 18. 7.52 into 10 to the power of minus 19 minus of 0.55 into 10 to the power of minus 19. This is 18. So what will get kinetic energy is equal to, how much we get? 6.92 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. So the given h nu naught, I need to find out the h nu. The h nu value is equal to this much, 0.055 into 10 to the power of minus 18 joules. By substituting that, I'll get the answer 6.9 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. If an electron is present in n is equal to 6th level, how many spectral lines would be observed in the case of hydrogen atoms? We know that number of spectral lines is always equal to n into n minus 1 or 2. Check it out, n into n minus 1 divided by 2, 6 into 6 minus 1 divided by 2, 6 minus 1 5, that is equal to 15. The uncertainty in the momentum of a particle they given. What is the accuracy in its position? Delta x into delta p is equal to h divided by 4 pi. I need to calculate the delta x value because delta p they given. Therefore delta x is equal to h divided by 4 pi into delta p, that is equal to 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 27 erg, or they also given in terms of grams. Alright, gram centimeter square per second whole divided by 4 into 3.14 into 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 16 gram centimeter per second. So what is the value of delta x, that is accuracy in the position, is equal to 2.11 into 10 to the power of minus 12 centimeter. Okay students, thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe for more videos. Have a nice day.